This year's lawn season has been one of the toughest seasons I've had since my lawn journey. And the one main cause of that is water restrictions. Hey, for those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Chris and I want to welcome you to my channel, SoCal Lawn and Order, where I take you through my journey of my yard and how I keep it nice and green throughout the season. Okay, so right now the current state of the yard, this was a sprinkler head that went bad on me. But you can see for the most part, I have a lot of green and I have a few spots that are absolutely destroyed. All of this front area right here, I'll explain that later in another video, but that was due to a bad topsoil. And you can see all the spots where I put it, it absolutely destroyed the area, and I'll get more into that. Also have a lot of rabbit damage this year. So speaking of rabbit damage, have any of you ever tried this liquid fence rabbit and deer repellent? If so, please leave a comment down below. I'm gonna give it a shot and see if I can stop these rabbits from eating my yard, because Bugs Bunny and his friends are tearing it up in the front. But overall, it's still looking pretty good for the water restrictions that we're under. Rainfall here in Southern California is very limited. We're lucky to get at least 14 inches on average. And just like every other state across the US, we too are suffering from a drought. We normally rely on the mountains and resorts that have the snow melt off for our water source, but we haven't been receiving too much snow from the winter times and we haven't been receiving enough water. So currently we are in a water restriction, and our water restrictions are extremely tough right now. We're only allowed to water from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and it's supposed to be for 3 times a week for your landscape and your irrigation systems. In summertime, that's very difficult when we have cool season lawns and we want to try and keep our green throughout the summer heat. And normally I would water about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and half of that would be about a syringe watering, which would take place in the hottest part of the afternoons on my non-watering days. So I would turn the system on just to cool off the turf and the soil a little bit to help keep the green going. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a two-step approach to helping get the most we can out of the water. And that approach is going to be using a baby shampoo and hydrotane. And I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to use those. Alright, so what we're going to use first is we're going to use the baby shampoo. This is just regular baby shampoo, not the antibacterial, no perfumes, just straight baby shampoo. And the reason why you want to use baby shampoo is for the simple fact that it helps break up a hydrophobic surface. And what that means is that the water is not able to get down into the soil and into the roots. So with this, it's going to be applied anywhere from 3 to 4 ounces per 1,000 square feet. And what I'm going to do is, because our weather is extremely hot here, is I'm going to be putting this down today at 5 ounces per 1,000 square feet. So these are my preferred methods for spreading things onto the yard with a hose and sprayer. I no longer use the orthodilane sprays because those things had way too many issues. My second application, and I'm going to be using the hydrotane. Hydrotane can be used in 2 manners. You can do 9 ounces, which will cover a 90-day period, or you can do 3 ounces every month, and that's my preferred method, is 3 ounces every month to continually get as much water as I can down to the root zone during the summertime. Okay, we got the baby shampoo application in. Now we're going to put in the hydrotane. Quick little shake. And like I said, we're going to do 3 ounces of the hydrotane. So I've already topped off the hose and sprayer. Just going to apply the hydrotane. And an important note here is whenever you're applying Hydrotain, you always want to make sure that the lawn is somewhat moist to help get the application down. You don't want to do it dry. And if you do apply it, you want to make sure you water it in within 24 hours. That's straight off the label. So let's give this a little shake. All right, let's go apply the Hydrotain. Alright, and your last step that you want to do is you want to turn on your irrigation system or water it by hose, but you want to make sure that you get at least 5 to 10 minutes or a 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch of water down. I'm going to run my system here for 5 minutes and get this application watered in and get the most I can out of this water. Hopefully you received some value out of this video, and if you did, I would greatly appreciate it if you would please hit that thumbs up and like and subscribe button for me. Until the next time, let's all continue to keep our lawns in order. Be safe.